Kapow! Hello and welcome to Stanchion Snacks, a bit of a mouthful. The cooking show where I create a unique dish for every Southampton game this season. Now, we are back at home finally against Norwich City, and looking at the long list of players that have represented both clubs, there was a man that jumped out, and that is because he's from a country that we haven't yet represented on this channel. This channel is about celebrating different cuisines and different cultures. This, I think, is the only opportunity we're going to get to celebrate this country. So the player that I'm talking about today is Yousef Safri. Now, Yousef Safri is from Morocco. He's not the only Moroccan to represent Southampton.
Mark Draper creating space for the cross. Beatty's header goalwards. Oh yes!
Ramondi. He charged out. Here's Caslow. Oh, well taken. Back towards the box. Boufal brings it down out of the sky brilliantly. And he'll curl it. Oh!
So, let's get down to business. We're going to be doing something with chickpeas. We're going to drain these first, and we are going to keep this liquid because it's going to come in very handy later on in the day. And we're going to blitz these up. So we are basically making hummus, people. Blitzy blitz. Now this blender does come with its own special, where is it? It's got its own special spatula somewhere. I've lost it. So it does come with its own special spatula, but I've lost it. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a mix around with my Christmas spatula. A good teaspoon of cumin. Little hit of harissa. Harissa is what's making this slightly Moroccan. Smoked paprika and half a teaspoon of turmeric. Clove of garlic, the zest of a lemon, and we will put the juice in as well. And now we're going to add quite a lot of cold water. And we need some salt in this for sure. A little pinch of Maldon, that's all I use. Now you start dribbling in a bit of oil. And you know what? I thought there was something not quite right with the flavour. We nearly forgot one of the main ingredients, tahini. Good teaspoon, I would say. Bit more oil. That's hummus done. Okay, jar of chickpeas number 2. This one we're going to add, first of all, a little bit, and I only mean a little bit, of coriander. And there's a reason for that, because I've been out, guys. I've got my first bit of wild garlic of the year, people. Also found some nettles when you're out foraging for your wild garlic and what have you. Great time of year for nettles. Wild garlic, I encourage you to get out there and try find it. For now, I would say have a look at some other resources of identifying it. I will do a video on identifying and finding wild garlic later on. We're basically going to make a wild garlic falafel. And if you can't find wild garlic, obviously use anything you like. Use spinach or whatever you like, really. So to this, we're going to add some spices again. Sumac. So maybe a good teaspoon of that. Sumac's it's citrusy, so I don't want to add lemon juice to this because I don't want it to be any wetter than it is. And again, a bit of smoked paprika. That needs a pinch of salt. I only use Maldon's, of course. Let's add a little spoon of that. Earlier on, I boiled some sweet potato and then I've just drained them and let them go very, very cold. And we're going to add maybe 50-50. The recipe for this will be in my book. That's it, innit? Put it out into the universe. And then we're just going to roll them into sort of generous sized balls. And if it was too wet for whatever reason, you could add a bit of flour to this at this point. But this is kind of perfect. So once they're all rolled nice, we're just going to give them a little coating in flour. And you could then just cook them straight away at this point. Now this jug of chickpea juice, or aquafaba as it is known, can be used to make vegan meringues, and it can also be used as an egg alternative for when you pane or breadcrumb something. So what we're going to do now, once they've been in the flour, is we're just going to dip them into the chickpea water and then roll them in breadcrumbs. This is, you know, it's a byproduct, it's a freebie, so you don't have to feel bad about, you know, throwing it away afterwards. So we can just dip them all in. And then you can pan fry these. Sometimes it's easier if you just squash them down a little bit, but I'm just going to drop them into a nice pan of hot oil here. So I'm going to deep fry them basically, just as they go nice and golden brown. Out onto a bit of paper. And then to finish, I've just got this lovely little dough here that I've made. Very simple, just 100 grams of flour, 50 grams of water, tablespoon of oil and a little pinch of salt. Fresh little flatbreads. So then just a little stretch with the hands and then into a dry, nice hot pan. And just so they start to sort of puff up like this, flip them over, press down a bit. And then to serve, we've got our beautiful hummus. Maybe sort of, let's say 3 of those. Another nice glug of oil and a little pinch of sumac. Boom, look at that. Is there anything better? Warm bread, fresh out of the pan. Pick up a falafel. Oh my days. You know what, this one needs a beer. They're not super spicy, obviously. If you want more heat, add more harissa. Oh, hello old friend. Cheers, up the stage. They're soft, but they got that lovely crunch around the outside. Lovely bit of wild garlic. Spring is upon us, guys. I could just eat plates of this. Cold beer, warm bread, proper hummus. That's what it should be like. My homage to all the Moroccans that have played for Southampton, in no particular order. Yusuf Safri, Tahar Al-Khalaj, Hassan Kashlou, and of course, Sofiane Boufal. This is Stanchion Snacks, and this is a bit of a mouthful.
Tony Pulis is sure he should have had a free kick for Lamina's subsequent challenge on Rondon. Didn't get it, and Boufal breaks.
He could win us the game.
Does brilliantly, goes past 3 players. Still going Boufal, looks for help. Boufal shot! Oh my word!